Okay. This will be the end of the frenzied Z-Lot playthrough, which we could have finished yesterday, but it was really knocked the wind out of me, that 11.5 hours. So we'll tie this one up, finish this one. I'll decide what to do next. I mean, there's a load of mods out there on Nexus mods, but do we stick into this? Another class? Because a class will take you somewhere else, you know, even though we've been everywhere. 100 hours. Yeah. On one character. Yep. Nearly 90. The bow girl, which was the last time we done this, and then I jumped into some other things and I just deleted them anyway. Just got annoyed with certain things in the game and whatnot. But yeah, nerfs and whatnot. When I decided to do a run with such and such, and I found out I'd been nerfed, I thought, you know what, I'm just dumb, because it's just tiring. But I've played the whole lot of this ill, and just goes and shows you, as I woke up, what's the time now? 8, just coming up to 9 o'clock. I woke up at 8. Woke up a couple of times before that, but yeah, so tired. And we finished the stream, I don't know. It was daylight. So, I can't remember. Don't remember. I can't remember. 6 a.m. Something like that. 12 hours is a lot. Not on Twitch. No. It's average. But didn't get to finish it last night because it was I was stuck in Farah Missoula for such a long time. I had to open up Cheat Engine to get out there so I could see where it was, and don't know. You'd have to go for that area again as well to beat Malekith, because you have to beat Malekith to where we are now, because there's only 2 bosses to beat, but it depends what we do. This could be over in an hour, or it depends if I take it a different thing. So that's what I'm just saying. But boy, do I feel absolutely shattered today, you know? It's 9 o'clock in the evening, Sunday, and lucky we haven't got anything important to do. We're just drinking my first coffee. Now, this one, I'm not doing nothing right now. Of the day, because I've been asleep all day. And it would be because I also I do go on the other end of sleep. I suffer from let's move this mouse over. Otherwise, we're doing a new game. Yeah, on the other end of the spectrum where no sleep. Yep. No matter what I do. Yep. We haven't had that for a while. I'm just waiting for when summer, because we had some nice weather lately, when summer does start belting in and through, because my flat, the window's an east facing flat, and that as soon as that's, yeah, so the sun rises sometimes in the height of the summer, it's like it'd be like about, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning, it starts getting light and it'll be beaming into my room. Even though we haven't quite, the blinds there, but you need blackout curtains, which we haven't got, you know? Yeah. That's when the sleep debt comes in. And believe me, I've had that. And it's lasted for a week. And when I've had that sleep debt, all of a sudden I sleep for over 12 hours, 14 hours I've gone out for, like today. It's just, the sleep is because I've actually been ill, yeah. And I've still got a bit of a sore throat, but I've still got 3 days of antibiotics to take, so we'll see. Yeah, but going that long, yeah. Autopilot and my age and whatnot, you know, and yeah, being not well, yep. I'm not surprised, but we couldn't continue. If we finish this today, and then I don't know, we can leave this save on it because the only thing that for me that is I'm used to have loads and loads and loads of, and all of a sudden I've got none of because I missed the guy, is omeprazole. Yep, because I've got very bad heartburn at the moment, and you need to take them, even though they're bad for you. They are omeprazole, but I've been taking them for a long time. Anyway, apart from that, let's continue. Get this done. This could be finished in so quickly because we are at the end game. Or I could go get the map. There's 2 pieces of map, and that means, yeah, DLC and whatnot. But it's taking me an hour to get myself sorted out. And then one of those kefir drinks that, I don't know if you know, but, you know, boy, do they make you go to the bathroom. Yep, but they're good for your gut. Kefir, anything kefir. Wow. Tell you what that was yesterday. Oh yeah, and this is part 13. I looked yesterday, I said part 7. It was 12. It's written down on there. And I haven't done it. I'll put them all in. I'll put this under, because it is, we've mainly used, yeah, Chaos Beam. Sunday evening. Let's go do some things. Alright, is that? No. Hold on. Why didn't that come up there then? Okay. Horrid mongrels. I can't get that word. I'll have to clip that word. Yeah. It's on Mesmer. Yeah. I like how he says it. It's not that, it's mongrel. And it's his voice. Oh, it says something else on it. I'd have to get that as a recorded. It's like, I just like it. It's quite demonic. No, I'm no demon lover. I like those demonic sounds because I've been DJing for a long time. They've always appealed to me when you get that, especially when you can put people with in the music, they've been putting it into the dance music, all those sort of like demonic voice sounds for years. Not so much demonic, just distorted voices and all that. I always wondered how you could do it. You could do it on a mixer with your mic plugged into the mixer and make yourself sound like that. Always wondered on a record, because I could always distort my voice. I mean, God, those mixers are worth. God, how much those mixers cost now then? Back in the day when... No, God, we had them before, the Pioneer. Yeah, the mixers are like £3,000. We're talking about the Nexus mixers. The whole setup, that's about 10 grand. That's always about about £3,500 for each deck and £3,000 for a mixer. There's some better mixers now. You get rotary wheels and whatnot. Don't know how much, because they've gone this sort of like they've gone one way. Very good. I bet those mixers are about 10 grand. Like about people that do sound, because sound interests me a lot. Sound. And some guy, because you know how to distort sound, some guy bought the most expensive headphones you could buy. So the most expensive headphones you can buy are, they look really weird. It looks like the base of it looks like it comes with an amp, like something out of, I would say something out of I'm just trying to think, an old film, something out of like the early Michael J. Fox films. I can't remember what the name of them are. Oh dear. They're ironic. Michael J. Fox. Yeah, I can't remember. It reminds me of that. But those headphones are £2,220, and it's talking about mixing. You know, because they can really. We're talking about the audiophile purists, and you know, and that and people that play on keyboards, and how much you can do on that, you know, which one is better to mix. All they're doing is changing how the sound, just playing a record. People that own that would not, you don't need that is just you can play a record and just distort the sound. That's my opinion of those really, really expensive headphones. Who's going to spend, you can buy a house for that here, you know what I mean, you know, 2,200 English pounds. Yeah, the headphones, they come with a preamp, but yeah, someone's gonna have the money for that, because I've seen these audiophiles, they're very, very, very into their thingy, and those decks they would buy, they cost a lot as well, vinyl. Right. Okay. That's fine on there. Well, we're literally at the end. This could be over right now. Start. It'd have to stop. It'll have to start something new. I looked on Nexus mods. There's nothing much on there. The Garden of Ice mods will take at least an hour to do, and nothing's really changed in there neither. Even though the boss is a lot harder. It's something I haven't finished, but there's something I want to do with it. So we have to see. Yeah. Slaps. Yeah. over. I can't remember what time I fell asleep. It's like 12 hours, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Then yesterday I woke up, not like that. I woke up at about 4 because I went out and done some shopping and whatnot. There's food in here to eat, but yeah, it's not like I've got to sort of have stuff that's for my throat at the moment still. For example, there's pasta, stuff like that, you know. God, yeah. So for like 6 weeks, I've been totally knocked out by this virus. Yeah, it went, and then because I've not been ill since 2018, and we're on antibiotics. Yeah, I am better because I couldn't talk. I haven't got that. It's about 5 days ago, felt like a lump in the side of my throat and in my ear when you swallowed. Yeah, felt like there's a brick there. Oh, nice. And you know, antibiotics takes 2 days. It's like what Mum said, you know. She said she's taken them before, because I haven't taken them for years. I'm immune to them because I used to take them like loads when I was a kid, being asthmatic and having people getting tonsillitis because they don't. Apparently so. I spoke to the doctor when I went and had this, and he said, I said, do they take still? Because my mum said they don't take out tonsils no more for kids and that, you know. I had my tonsils, and my brother had his tonsils taken out when I was, oh God, I can't remember. Might have been 11, 12, something like that. Don't know. Then my brother had he had a bit, don't know. There's 6 years between us, 6.5 years between us, so he might have had him out when he was 3 or something, I don't know. But yeah, out of, when I asked my mum about it, they said, it's quite a couple of years ago. She said, no, they don't do it no more. And I thought, okay, all right. What are they for? Because I just thought, it's like you're born with your adenoids as well. They're in your nose. That when you get to about 13, 14, they just disintegrate. Yeah. That's what they do when you take your tonsils out. You take your tonsils and your adenoids out. So what are they for? If they keep them in now, it's something to do with your immune system. But I spoke to the doctor and I said to talk to him about it, and he said, no. I don't think they should do that. But then I don't know, you know. There's a lot to do. There's a lot. There can be a lot to do still here, considering I will be putting these all on my channel, just in one pile, and they'll be hooked in a pile because this is how things are. Lurkers, because that's what we got here. So no. So they're all lurkers. I done a thing last night and nobody would commented on anything, and I thought, do you know what? It's like a pointless thing, me talking to people, and it's like I'm talking to a wall, because nobody would answer back unless you're too quiet and embarrassed and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, well, I looked at the demographics, and I thought, no wonder why, because it's people looking from all over the world. Yeah, so if from everywhere. Even as young as 13. Now, come on. I could put that setting. I could change it. Yeah. So it has to be 16. I think it's in the setting. So you have to be strictly 18. Yeah. But it's a setting that's there. So if you want to see what's left to be done in this to beat the game, it's here. That's it. 2 bosses. Hurrah-a-loo! In God of War, you get to play as this guy, technically. You get his hand, and do you know what? You get his movesets and everything. Yep, you get this in God of War. No, why am I keeping calling it Garden of Eyes? Because it's GOW. Well, Goeegow. It's because they've got, you can play as God of War in the Garden of Eyes. Yeah, you can do a lot. We was doing bosses last time and I stopped that. The save should still be there if I went back to it, but I've uninstalled it. The only thing I've got on my desktop is where's the Garden of Eyes thing? There's no folder. This is like a white thing, I think. Yeah, Garden of Eyes content. Yeah, it'll come up because it'll delete. Yeah, you can't play. The only thing I could put on this mod is a cart mod, because this is an overhaul mod. Randomizers, yeah, I've never done a randomizer. Never appealed to me. That's why. I tried one. I couldn't set it up, and I was just impatient. I thought, no. So the thing is, right. So this is the nuts and bolts of it. Nuts and bolts of this. Right. Malekith dead. Yeah, I went and looked back everywhere, where I was here for about 4 hours yesterday, trying to find how to get to here. So I opened up cheat engine to get to the grace here. So I went back and I found where, and there was obviously there's a wall there, and I thought obviously because and I thought, well, this is not vanilla, because they had that you don't have these grey sites that are here and all that lot. So I opened it up so I could get to the Great Bridge here, so I could beat Malekith, you know. And obviously it doesn't cut back. There's no cut scene to Malekith. You have to walk back to the thing, blah blah blah, and you just have to. I went to check some things out, and I thought, okay. So, yeah, is that and that. That's it. That's the whole thing done. But then, if you really want to go, then there's I'm not too sure. Well, here, this is Enerim anyway. You know, this is where. So you got really basically. You don't have to do this, no, and yeah, I'd rather do a new run, to be quite honest, because doing everything in the game. I know this DLC, but Mecha and all this, I've done this loads of times. Even though the mod, they haven't done nothing here, they haven't changed nothing here, but there is changed things I found in here, armor sets and whatnot, and different. So yeah, it's different, and we haven't found the ball bearing for 13, 14, and obviously is there a ball bearing for the primordial 15? There should be. Most probably would drop. Most probably after Consort down. Yeah, because we can level all our weapons up. We can buy infinite amounts of ancient smithing stones, infinite amount of somber smithing stones. You know, the 10s. That's what happens when you beat Seller, which is from, there's a boss that replaces the Godskin Noble. So it's over here because what it is this thing here. Let's go back. Seller. No. Oh, happy start a new run, believe me. Yep. Knowing what I know now and knowing where things are, the only thing is very close to getting this guy's map fragments. So consecrated snowfields and there, the realm of shadow. So we could power that, we could get that down to, because this could be long or it could be short, right? So realm of shadow, it could be from Mesmer. This is what I'm thinking. It'd only be from Mesmer. I don't know, Ramina, because the realm of shadow is the DLC, or is it Consort Rodan? Because they haven't changed DLC. No, they haven't done it. They will, but it takes, you know, it takes time. They've only just done this massive overhaul, which is huge, you know? Consecrated snowfield. Right, so the map doesn't come from here, this part here, because I know, because I went looking for it last time for the map, and this is what's her name, Estelle, Mountaintop Estelle. Don't know about this one because this is Sanctum of Eli, which is, you'd have to, I think we've got the talisman, yeah, because it's just absolutely loads of fire boys. I don't know what the end boss is. You'd have to do, if you don't fight, they're two different, it's like an extension of Volcano Manor here, because I've been all through it before. It's all completely changed, walled in and whatnot, do you know what I mean? So yeah, when they changed this area, I was like looking, I was thinking, okay, yeah, obviously we haven't beaten Rykard, you don't need to beat all the bosses, you know? So that's what I was thinking up here, because that is like that. Because when I went up here and I'd look, I was talking to someone, so it's not from there, it could be from here. The cave of Forlorn, yeah, they've modded this cave as well. It's all changed. I could tell that I've been in there, as you can see, otherwise it wouldn't be showing up. So it could be from the end. I can't, no, that's, yeah, the boss. What's the boss in here? It's like a big misbegotten boss, if I can remember rightly, but they've changed it all in there. Or I don't know, that's the magic thing, we have to get the imps out. All around here, we've been here because Ulux Annex Ruins was where we had to get our other weapon. Like we've done everything, you know. Or is it the death? This is the hardest death blight bird in the game, right? So is it the death bird here? So that's what I'm thinking. What is the boss of this area? Because obviously up here, we went up here and we done this. They said you couldn't do all this. I was reading, they said what changes? You don't have to go, you don't get the cutscene. Well, we did get the cutscene. I went over and lit the thing on flames. Everything up here, it shows you the keys that we put in, you know. You don't have to go and get all the amount of keys we got, you know. I know that, but we went extra. This was Einstein for me, trying to get through here. I was going backwards, forwards, left, right, and like after I'd done that, I think we was in here for about 4 hours, and I thought to myself, right, let's just get out a cheat engine and just get. It hasn't got all of them, you know, every single thingy here. Otherwise, where's the DLC? Right, yeah, we'd have everything open for the DLC, right? Which is, I don't know if it counts in cheat engine DLC, but it should do because it's the latest still cheat engine you can get. But if you go for the Garden of Ice mod, there's a 1-up DLC. Yeah, they've got a cheat engine there. You have to pay for it. If you go to Nexus Mods, it's 7.5 or whatever. They've got 1-up from that, 7.6, and it's paid. You have to pay £5 for it. That's the Garden of Ice. I don't know why they're holding on to a one that's not released to the public that is whatnot, but yeah, you'd have this because this is part of Metia's thing. So these graces, there's no grace here. Obviously there's no bail and all that lot, because all these are from classes that there's 27 classes in the Garden of Ice. So what did it do for me yesterday? Yeah, we got this, the Great Bridge and the Dragon Lifts, and I don't know. So I went back and I looked where, because I went through, it's driving me mad seeing that bridge and it being walled out. Like, is it a bug? Well, it couldn't be, because people obviously would have, I don't know, would have complained, you know, or they would do a hotfix. We are on the you know, 2.2.3. there's no other patch that you can do. And I looked at the downloads, and it's had like, I don't know, just say for a number like 2,000 downloads when 2.2 had a lot more. But it's just a hot fix from 2.3, so it's very small. And if you read the patch of 2.2, it was like a Bible. Yeah. So that's the nuts and bolts of finishing this. 2 bosses, or have a little look about here, because it's the maps. We've never completed the maps. I've never done the maps on, because the map things has been about since, I think, just before the DLC. So they done one just before the DLC, and then the DLC, then they done one 4 months after the DLC. So that map thing has been there for a while, and I've never known what it is. Is it armor? Is it a weapon? Is it whatever? And don't know if I've ever seen anyone. I've never really looked for it. What is the map guide? What did he drop in it on a YouTube video or something like that? So I've never really looked for that, you know. So, like I said, this can be over as soon as this has started, because that's it. Well, technically, well, didn't we, because I was in a rush last night, so in a rush to do, when you're talking about all bosses, yeah, Millennia, I tried about 5 times, and I thought, you know what, I couldn't be bothered, because we're only using a couple of spells, there's a lot of spells, and I thought, well, we don't need to do Millennia, we can start another class and whatnot, you know. I don't want to find out everything, because we're going to do a couple of playthroughs for this. Level 1, I don't know, whatever. If you're going to go into all these areas, you're just going to just have... I like to do the fresh runs and following that. Or you could do something... Or you could do the hybrid, or you could, theoretically, like this boss here. No, this should be connected to the rock, because this boss is a lot harder than Millennium. Yeah, because this is 3 stages as well. So we must have opened up. No, we never. No, you wouldn't do, because you've got to go through here, and yeah. So, because I opened up all Graces yesterday, I didn't look, but from here there would have been. There's another. It's a bit weird. The boss is there, but he sort of is in here. But there is from there. There is another Grace. Just before you, this is a boss you can't put any summons for. You have to fight him on your own. But this boss, in my opinion, is harder than, yeah. But he drops a very, very good weapon. This guy does. It's like it looks like ear antlers. Yeah. So yeah. That's 3 stages, which we did do, and like the only other one we haven't done, which because you have to be parkour, absolutely, because it's loads of jumps, is this guy here, which is just like a misbegotten, but quite a hard one. He's nowhere near as. So the new bosses, there is some, yep. So you had, let me, so the Blood Flame Dragon, yeah, done. Comrade, done. If I looked at the patch notes, because like, right, so the major overhauls here. So was there a new boss here? I'm just looking before I start, because literally I could just like, because I'd finish it in, but it could take 10 minutes, could take 20 minutes, it could take an hour, but yeah, I looked at the patch notes and they did show you that there was a mini boss, unless they can class that as a boss, but there was still Malekith, and a lot of these bosses, what they've changed is now, when you go to the bosses, you're in their faces. Yeah, literally. Sarah? Yeah, that's always been changed. They changed that a long time ago, but Dragon Lord Antics. Huh. So you've still got, obviously you've still got Placideusis, but Placideusis is, no, I'm not doing that because I know what that's linked to. It's linked to the, one of the, ones that we've played a couple of times. It says, oh, Placideusis. This is pre-DLC, so the final bit would be in the thingy. There was a mini boss here. So, as of here, yep, Hallock-Tree. There was like a not boss. I might have to put up 2.2 and just look because we've been through it. So I was expecting a new boss, but then it's the rest of drops more. Just like empties out all the strongest glintstone magic thingies. So yeah, and this is all beautifully done, believe me, but this was more frustrating. So you just got to look at the bosses, because I didn't look at the bosses for these two when we was looking for the update. I thought, no, we know what it was for Blood Guy, because you have to go through there again. Yeah, you have to beat Malik, you have to beat Moog, that's the thing. To get to the DLC you do anyway. That's if you want to get all your armor, you know. You know, because if you look, every class, don't know about level 1, I'm not too sure about that, because it's the all-knowing arm. We've picked it all up as we're just going through, but so all the other classes will have something here. So that's what I was just thinking, you know, because we are patch notes. It's this thing like with this. I mean, okay, I mean it's not. I mean it's. I'll have to go and I just have to look at the just go on my phone and go onto their Twitter page and look at the patch notes and see, because I don't think there was too many bosses in both area, but they haven't come up, so that's what they most probably have they changed the area? Yeah, they have, by by a mile. Is it subject to change? Yes, definitely. Like all here, Gideon. The only thing that was not, which I don't know, you didn't get the Lords, which you would need now, really. Or maybe not with this, but what you would have got a Lord's Fortification, which, because it says, oh, something comes into your thingy, but it's usually just in here, because it's a spell. You'll get this in vanilla, because it's right at the end, because it's only really if you've got high faith, because it's from it just gives you good protection from Elden Beast, you know. So look, this is what one thing I did forget about this game is that you can buy, because this is every bell bearing in the game apart from these, so 12 with the smithing stones and some, but 11 and 12. So it's a bit weird they've done 2. because we still got ball bearings from these in our inventory. And wait there, Elder Blue, yeah, wait there. This is the grave fort. Yeah, going through there, I was going through there like, oh, it's beautifully done, but yeah, those enemies, those Halagtree guys, they will literally take you down very, very quickly. Obviously, I'm limited amount of those. So that's all of them. But if I wanted to get some of these, because like I said, if you use the Ghost Wart, you lose your health bar, exactly. All that will be in half. Stamina, FP, and health. As soon as you use thingy. That's why we have been just using this one here. Why? Because it's new. So, or we could use Big Mouth. But these guys, I did level these up earlier. But these are the Ghost Glow Fort. As these are not. So what is new in here? Wait there. I don't know if we've actually got, because I've never picked. I do know where the middle one is. It's in Windham Ruins. For the Ghost one, but I don't need to do this. Let me just see. Because Blooming Grave. What was that? Ghost. Yeah. So 3 Elder. You need to go to Windham Ruins, because we've got the bell bearings. Beautifully done. Yeah, the areas they've done over, I tell you what, I don't think From Soft can do a better job than that. So, she's moved over. I just wanted to see because there's no way we're going through that dungeon just to get those. Right, so these are the ones that would take out your health to half. Or if you want to play the Necromancer, you can use these. You still have a pinch of a small tiny bar, but that's what the Necromancer does. You play as the dead person. So I was just looking at, no, we haven't got a 1. Jelly is good. Why? Because he puts poison. The skeletons, if you want to use them, the skeletons are quite good, because these two here, this is in main game and vanilla, because these two here come back to life. But what they've done which has been a thing which they've done in this game for a long time, you can resummon, and resummon. You can just keep on resummoning. So the big question is, do we just get this over with, or do we continue into the DLC and whatnot? That's why I think, I don't know, I've never done a throwable run, but I think it feels like you've got enough throwables here. Oh, we did get frenzied. Just one. So, it's the winter lantern flies, which you cannot, I don't know. You'd have to go through the DLC and get that in those areas, because this would be, because you can ride your horse through there and just look for it, because it's in the, it's in the DLC where Midra is, where we had to go. But this is where those thingies are. But there's how this game works, because you're given all the cookbooks, but I'm not too sure about the DLC, because the DLC, there's there's about 4 cookbooks. Wait, is it? Maybe possibly there's 4 cookbooks in. People won't even know this, you know what I mean? Anyway, right, so this is what we did. Right, Midra. We smashed him with his own spell. So I know this, Jagged, because this is for another class that you have to go and beat Bale, and you have to go into dragon form, and you have to do it right, otherwise you mess up a quest line. You've got to have to know how to do where is it? It should be over here somewhere, do you know what I mean? But you can't ride your horse normally through it, but they've made it so you can ride your horse. So Dark Light Catacombs, yeah, come through there, yeah, there. Then we got our last weapon there. Then you've got your horse to go all the way through there. I know, it's because I was just looking at the frenzied pots, because you can't craft them, because there's a couple of, you just might find a pot and then you'll be able to craft infinite amount of frenzied pots. But
I'd like to
right, I suppose the best thing to do is, yeah. Because I've had a really long night's sleep, and we're gonna have to bring this one home. In other words, not map guy, no, because it means I haven't got a clue, you know? There's a lot of people that don't stream it, they just play this game. There's a lot of people just, you know, they just play. Whatnot. And then some people, when you look in the comments, especially the patch, oh, I've played it once a long time, I'd love to play it again. Yeah, well, I've still got Kazan, you know, which right at the beginning, not the beginning, it's in a place called, I don't know, I must be in the 4th, oh no, past the learning stage, because we're about level 100. In a place called Parg, but I won't be doing none of that, because I was thinking like going into New Game Plus. We haven't played it for a while, so they've done a lot of updates, people making videos on it, and I was looking, well, looking at how many views it's get, there's not a lot of interest in it, you know. 600 views on an edited small video, yeah, when it's not like when I call a very good edited video, I know some guys that do it, and it's usually done in here, Elden Ring, even in normal and whatnot, you know, but it's very good editing, done. Yeah, people that play just this all the time, you know, because this has always got a lot of interest. But as a mod, this is like Elden Ring 2. Yep. So yeah, King Roy, what, that's the, what's his name? Weird thing is, couldn't find these keys. Yeah, we found 2 in the whole game. I like to do a new start. So yeah. So how long have we got? An hour. Yeah. So this is 13. I'll just go on my channel and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'd be the Frenzied Z lot playthrough. We have played with other spells, but you know, you can beat all these, so. Hararaloo, I'm just wondering, not too sure. Where would the grace be to that? Erdry Sanctuary, Scarday. Yeah, that's the bit that people don't realise, because everyone hates. If you play vanilla, you know this guy. He can throw every single trick at you, especially at low level. He can spam you, unless you don't do the right thing. He can throw. That's why it's called the All-Knowing, because he can throw every single spell that you've learned. When you talk to him, you've learned, he'd throw everything at you. Oh yeah, he's terrible. Yeah, you can get him locked into corners here, there, or you just, if you've got a build, then you can just go behind him while he's talking and just absolutely obliterate him. That's why these guys, because they know he's so annoying, because there's two ways you can go in. You can go in that way, and also you can go in this way here. But that's why they just obliterate him. You know, have they changed anything with these? I don't know. I mean, they've adjusted every single boss. I don't know about these. Obviously, you can get on with. You can get on your horse now, Elden Beast, but I don't know, because we are doing Frenzied. Look at that. Ride your horse. Because here we are. Oh, and a golden seed. No, we got to use these. We're at the end. The Queen's bedchamber. Alright, let's go and crush up our things. Then stop. Then I've got loads of thumbnails for this. Not like this. This is just Elden Ring ones I've had done myself. But then it's an old one. But then I like to do a new start, so it could be. I don't know. I know what's been level 1 is quite strong, but how challenging it would be. I've done level 1 runs and quite a few on here, and they've all disappeared. Yeah, because it's all done on console. They all got disappeared from the recordings did. Yeah, I found one and I thought, well, it's not worth doing that because I've missed it all, and it's like right at the end, and I thought, well, I just don't know. Recordings going missing from recordings going missing. Joe, just from the, I don't know, we record stuff. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called now. Yeah, it's just literally disappeared. We've got the sacred tier. Yeah, it's the one. The sacred water. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah. It's late, well, it's not late, it's late for me, it's 10 o'clock at night, but I've only been awake 2 hours, yeah. Yeah, look at that, absolutely beautiful, look at that. You know, and we got, because we had to go to the Frenzy, but see, I wouldn't know what was new in the Frenzy because I never played it before. So, was there new spells? That could have been. I don't know. But a lot of people play. But see, a lot of people, what they would do is they just send it off to an editor, and then it'll just get whatever. So many views. A lot of views, yeah. but we're not in that position, so... Queen's bedchamber. Haralu? Don't know. Have they changed? I haven't. I really wouldn't know if they've. Yeah. The thing is, that spell just didn't come in. Is this? I don't know if this game, with the other classes, have got high holy resistance, because it said when we come in there, but that might be an oversight because it's how the game is when you beat Malekith. All things, and it usually is. You get the if you haven't got the faith and then you can't use it, it just means with Elden Beast you don't take so much damage. Remember, they added a horse with this, but it's not always the best thing. I do know that. Bleed is resonating with me. This is all we'd have to finish. It take ages, not ages to set up, but yeah, a new. I've never done the Zeta. I was looking for it. So what do I know that is new in these spells here? Tree Hill, Varsity Hills. This. Yep. And that, the Elden Blade. Because this is something that I've done. And we haven't got all the spells, believe me. Look at this. 51 faith. Well, this spell is about 12 faith. It's like backwards. Like this, 35 faith. In the real game, it's 80 faith. Yeah. So you don't. Yeah, it's all from. You don't have to go, and you just have to follow your class, or you can do hybrid, or you could just go. Fuck it. I'll just go and get the most difficult, the hardest weapons, and yeah, and I know which ones they are. And melee really does change things around. It really does. Like, it'd be a thing like, okay, when you're a boss fight, I have to drink a flask, then I have to buff my weapon, and boom, you've got like God mode. But you can do it in this as well, you know. But you've got to understand, if you really want. Like in the bleed, we haven't got all the bleed builds, and some of these are going to be. So what would be new? Because I see a lot of people having. Wait there. Because I was looking at some stuff yesterday, thinking, Hidden Mother's Blessing. This was one, but I think this is what you do to yourself, because it absolutely. It doesn't really do nothing to you, but it's melee. I think you'd have to like seppuku yourself or something like that. Then you get a very, because like it says, Hidden Mother's Blessing. Attune your body to the formless realm, grants you many gifts. Because this is very popular bleed, because obviously mogs and whatnot. So yeah, this is new. Never had a blood flame missile. 34. So. It's scaling with faith and arcane, and what they removed from this game was drops. So, with all the enemies that you killed in this, you can imagine this is like, it's like Loot City. You know, you get every armor, everything. Do you know what I mean? So they've removed it. Don't know about farming. Not too sure. I think you just mostly will find the stuff that you need. You know. Because they've removed it from the game because it gets too much, and I can understand that. So this would also be, this bit here would be, because they seem to be in the same. So this is the rock, which I've played this twice. We're not going to go there again because you'd have to beat Millennia for a start, which is not a problem, but I do like the class how it starts off. It's a quick learner in my. It's a quick way to go because you get this spell and you can just throw it. I don't even think it's that one. It might be. Wait, let me see. It's yeah, you get this, and all you got to do is chuck it. You can kill everything to get loads of ruins. Yeah, when I played this, because I've done it twice. Have they added new spells to it? I do not know, but I have played it, and these are the early spells. Wait, I don't know if this is. It might be going up to about here, because then you got the sleep, dream cloak. Wait, there. What else did I see? Make the caster immune to spirits. Okay, because I was watching some people going through the DLC quickly, and this was on there, and I was thinking, why? And this is people that play this game all the time. Yeah, vanilla, doing loads of runs or whatnot. So I was looking at this one here. Obviously, we can use this, but makes the caster immune to spirit summons, debuffs, and grants 1 FP recovery per second. Okay, alright. Dream melt. See, I wouldn't know if these spirit weaving, glimpsing the fabric realm of crafting many gifts. Yeah. This might be in, because these are all in classes, so it's like lucid protection that curses that temporarily that blinds them. I would have thought this would have been all sleep, yeah, like sleep, because this is all in they're all next into, I would say, from here to here. Dream will make your physical form. Just looking, because I can't. It's been a long time since I've conjure a large approaching wave vapor that travels. So 40/40 seems to be the highest in all of these. Like if I go to mine, right there you go, 40/40, 40 in, 45. And this is something that I think is to do with melee, because when you use this, it takes away all your FP. So it seems to be 40/40 is the highest in the spells. And as of Malekith's lot, which is this here, so this is all the soul burn stuff, what they call it in here. And you get that. And obviously you got Malekith's Black Blade. I don't know what they've changed with his weapon. We did pick it up, because his weapon is... we've done our stuff, so... Let me see. Inflict Soul Burn. It's very, very good. It's a lot. It wouldn't say a year ago people were playing this all the time, because it's just doing so much damage over time, you know. Destined Death, yeah. Holy, but it's not doing holy damage. So for someone that plays this a lot, I do know that they were saying the Vulcanist was one that was strong. I tried it, but it was a long time ago, and I thought, God, this is absolutely shit. I tried it because they put a new weapon, but the game has changed so much since then. Yeah, I'm talking like nearly 2 years ago. So, yeah. It's very better. Yeah, it's a fancy weapon. But this is the one we're going strong with this, but it's the ruined level 1. You do get a huge buff with this because you do get to use spells. But there's no getting Godric's Ruin, and you've got 5 stats. No, you can get some stats by wearing all of the all-knowing armor. You know, So let's see. Bleed. Haven't done that for a long time because you could also use the other one. There's some very good weapons. You get a weapon like this. Actually, I could mostly go and get it now because I know where it is. It's the briars, but you punch yourself with it. It looks like that, and I think it's, if I can remember now. Before we go in, we're gonna see if this weapon exists because I want to know, because we might start that class. Because we're right here, and it's right at the beginning of the game, and it's right. Old Sweaty Tree Spirit, yeah. Stranded Blood Knot, get him. So right, so you have to jump down, right? So the first step, I'm going to see, because I want to look to see if this weapon you get. Yep. I think it's here. This is a guess. So it would be. Now, obviously, that is trying. That's the first step is very, very hard to do. Well, when you start it, it's all very hard. The beginning part of it, I just like that. But like, we're high level, but we're most of about 200 levels too high, because it's like we're nearly 100 hours in. You know, done a load of farming. Yesterday was an absolute nightmare for me. They really did hit that for where I had to go and hide. And no, use cheat engines, just get the grace. So this is a starter class here for excuse me. You start up there. We're not doing none of this. Need to do something totally something I haven't done. Bleed, or this would be one of the weapons with bleed, which would be this is a very good one. I was watching a guy parrying because he said, oh, this is how you get to Faramzula 12 days ago, and guess what he's doing? Old patch. Because when I looked, I thought, hold on a minute, there's no grace there, because I opened up all the graces for Faramzula, so why are you playing old patch? You know, when the patch has been out for quite a long time, and we're on, this is the latest patch here. Just fixes the bugs that was. So there's a jump down here. I've got a feeling this is where the weapon is. It looks like a blood type thing, so you have to do a big jump. So it'd be over here. Yeah. There you go, here. I'm sure that weapon I'm talking about, which is here. See? We'd try this on the what do we call it? Just that. This chaos beam is absolutely bonkers. Even Midra died to it. And I was looking at all the magic stuff, because this scales with magic. Yeah, this weapon's gonna come from here. How do I know? Because you're getting all the what do you mean? The fawned. So if you do bleed, you could do fawn spells as well, because they're both arcane. Yeah. Hold on. So wait there. Bloodhound, Stranded Graveyard, Bloodhound Garim. Let me see, because whatever that is up there, it might be in here. Because you go through that elaborate thing just to get. Yeah, it has to be, because it's blocked off. That's why. Yeah, it's all bleed, yeah, you can see. Yep. See? Because this is right at the beginning of the game. Then I know what weapon this is. It's a good weapon, this is. Yeah. It's like the wooden club, but it's like a bleed, thorny thing. I see a guy who's using it yesterday when I was trying to work my way, see if I could get out of remnant crafting. Boy, we've done them all. And is anything worth here? What would we get? What would be... What's the thing that's going to affect you in... Because yeah, we're going to have to end it, and I'd start... Yeah, I know. We... You don't need those. You've got... Frost. I'm just trying to... What do you get hit with in here? Oh, you could just use that holy damage negation. Yeah, that'd be just like Elden Beast. I mean, I've only done Elden Beast once since we've had the horse. Well, we use it. See now. See, this is all. So when I was looking at thinking of that weapon, I knew it was here because I forgot about this. And so if you do a bleed build, so you do a bleed build. I mean, early on this wouldn't be that hard, but you know, this is first step. So I mean, it's not fair. This is the learning place. Look where you learn. People say this is what that. I'll tell you what, this is what. Well, it's not on just here, it's on console as well. But over 4,000 hours in Elden Ring, yeah. We've got 2,000 hours on our on this account, and we've got our alt account because we can play Dark Souls 3 in it online. So I don't know. I'm gonna do something, but it means that, well, okay then. I don't know. This guy's gonna get blasted. Might not be, look. We're in bonked already. See? One touch. There you go. Crimson Briars. Oh. See? That's why I knew, because when I was looking at Farum Azula yesterday and I was just looking, nobody showed you a walkthrough of it. as ain't got a clue. We're gonna look. We're gonna level that weapon up because we have got a lot of arcane as well. But no, we'll get this over with. But just as a thoughts that come into my head. Oh, the Shaded Castle. Right, whatever. But a lot of the when you start a new thing would be players set up getting all the things and whatnot. Because there's a lot of people that know, you know, a lot of devs that know. They would know, okay, we'll warp here, we'll get 1, 2. Here will be a 5, 6. And yeah, I'm just talking about not having to get all the ball bearings, you know, but it's, yeah. For the people that don't know where everything is, it's going to take you a lot to know. Because there's people that just play this until they've run out of things to do and whatnot. But this here, yeah. This is a good weapon. I was watching a guy playing with this, and I thought, God, I know I had this weapon yesterday, but he was playing a different patch. He was playing an old patch, so I thought, seemed like a guy that didn't know. I don't know, because everything looked different to what I had in mind in Farum Azula, because I was getting extremely frustrated not being able to find a way to Malekith. You know, going around in circles, and that guy, I knew when the grace wasn't there, because the bird grace is not there in here. And he had the bird grace, and I thought, okay, so this is definitely was on the wrong thing. Because it says, oh, this is how you get to Farum Azula. Yeah, but this mod's been out longer than 12 days. Six days from now, I'd look, but I'd have to look on the thing. It's not worth doing it now, but we've used this weapon. Don't know what we're living up now. So causes blood loss. Yeah, it's so with bleed you could do both of these. You could do briars and whatnot. Yeah, so yeah, I mean if you want to get the 15 you have to go all the way through the thingy. And yeah, time consuming considering you want to say I deleted the 2 files. Yeah, it was 94 hours when I ended this stream yesterday, so yeah, let's just look at this. Even though this has been in the game for a long time, there's loads of weapons I bet I forgot in here. It's gonna go because I just was yesterday when I was looking, like I said, looking at the how to get out of Farum Azula 3.2, and there's nothing come up, just nothing, just the other stuff. I mean, it'd be useless. I mean, Elden Beast is immune to bleed. I don't know. So you have to find something. But this is scaling with. What's this scaling with? So you could use something. Yeah, spell just for. Yeah, that's why. I just wanted to say. This is quite an easy weapon to get. But if you went with the briars, you'll be getting this. The thorn spells, and I bet you it'd be those thorn spells that we got as well. That come from. No. So inventory. And like I said, they got how many spells? Yeah, it'd been all in the DLC because we found this a couple of times. The master spell, yeah, the master. It hasn't been done yet, so I think it's because they're waiting until they do. But it's just that weapon, it just clicks me and I thought, oh, I know where you get that. And it's right at the beginning of the game. Yeah, but you'd have to be, I don't know. Not really, I mean... There's loads of these weapons like that. Mind you, we have been following our path, and on the way you're going to find all these. Like, this is the first time. Would this be one of the best class? I really don't know. Someone I know would that's played all the classes, that just does this all the time, doesn't do nothing else. I think he said the Vulcanist, and I thought, God, I've played that. I thought it was shit. Was good, the wind and something else. But you can do a lot of things with this, with knowledge. But with everything that changes, then there's a lot of things that have there's a lot of things that have changed here as well. In other words, like so your knowledge would be, I'll go here, I can grab that, I can go here and grab that, I can go there and grab that, I know where that weapon is, I can grab that, I can grab that, and you can get powerful. But considering this has all been overhauled, that's all been overhauled, and obviously yeah, that's all been overhauled. I don't know, look when we finish this, that what the new bosses were, because I did see mini bosses where Millennia was, and in the Halleck Tree and here we did fight them, but I wouldn't, there was no new boss, otherwise it would show up here as a new boss. Obviously Placidusis, Sarah, not new, and ain't not new. There was a new like mini type here, but Retta, not new. Millennia, not new. There was a boss before here that we got some spells from, which is having to get that, but it's from a class. It's where it's from a I'm just trying to think. It's from a spell. It's from one of the classes we've already played, and I thought, oh, you got to go all through there to get that, and you got to beat. It was just a different type of little mini boss there, but it hasn't come up as a new boss, you know. Yep. Blood Flame Dragon, new. Drops a summon, I think. This guy here, yeah, Comrade. He drops, I think he drops, I'm not too sure if he drops a bunch of blood spells or Moog does, but you need Moog to actually, for the DLC and to break the thing. Otherwise before, that's why I was, for ages, to get to the DLC, was running through here like a headless chicken, not being able to get after, not being able to get until I read you had to break the ruin, and it says you have to beat Mo because you can warp here. That's why, you know, you could just go. You didn't used to have to do it, but that's the changes that they made. So you have to beat Moog, doesn't matter what. And when you go and fight all these bosses, they've changed the thing. So wait there. Don't crash. Yeah. All. Encoding overloaded considered. God, yeah. Oh well. Let's just go. Let me just, because I usually verify this in Steam, even though we're right at the end. No. Don't launch. Don't launch. No, don't launch. Well, it wouldn't matter if you launched Elden Ring because it's you can play, you can still play Elden Ring online here because they're both on totally different servers. So just go to Steam. Um, I did Elden Ring properties. Mm. That's why sometimes it crashes. Like as it was saying in Coda, it's gone to error. But mm, let's just get this done. And I'll be starting within. It depends how long these two take. They could be, you know. They've changed every major remembrance boss. Yeah. So when you do Radan, you go to Radan, right? Instead of running up the hill to Radan, you're in his face, literally. Midra for me, they said they got rid of second phase. Well, the first fight with him, because we died to him, because I was trying, I thought, he's going to be, you know, we're frenzied against frenzied. No. So you do get that first bit, but you die to him when you go into it the second time, then you just like the second phase. So I thought, hold on a minute, let me just try, because I could just blast this guy, because magic and everything it was doing damage, but I was thinking, So we killed him with his own spell. I mean, Chaos Beam just ripped him apart. Yep. And I had to take off the Frenzy Talisman because you're meant to be immune to it, but, you know, and we're wearing the armor that is, you know, it's got 10 poise. If we went to the fingerprint armor, then that's weapon, because all it is just cast speed and whatnot. Okay, that's done. Right. Error YouTube. Well, I was going to say that for a while. Right, let's just launch the mod. Finish this once and for all. God, I'd do anything for an Omeprazole now. I had hundreds of them, but I just missed my delivery. Even though I only live in a small town now, not London. But yeah, those Omeprazole, God. This is the latest version, 2.2.3. When I watched a video yesterday, and I was trying to, because I was got stuck in crumbling for such a long time. I see a guy and I thought, there's a grace there. And I could have not seen a grace. It is very relevant, but this was before this. It's like he's played a patch down. I mean, if you want to play a patch, this is the easiest. This is the best patch to play because everything has changed so much. You know, whether it's hard or whatever. Why are you playing? So when it crashes, you always want to verify Because I've always done it. I've been playing mods since 2018. That's it. So it's either always like think, right, let's bring this to an end, finish, rather than look for the rest of the maps and whatnot, because there's only 2 maps to get, and Consecrated Snowfield is like 3 dungeons, 2 dungeons mostly to go through, because I know I've been through the others and I couldn't find it. So there's 2 that I haven't been through, because you get absolutely annihilated through the I haven't even got the earphones on. So yeah, and then it's the other one is to find all maps to get the stuff from the map guy. Is so right there. So nothing from here. Estelle. Forlom. Yeah, this has all been remodded. Think the same boss. Yeah. Maybe this one here. Because this just looks like Volcano Manor. So if I chose the Vulcanist, which is quite good, I've chose this one before, and I didn't like it. But this was a couple of years ago, right? Because it just had a new weapon that they made, and I thought, no, didn't really like it. It was, yeah. But this is the whole of this had been overhauled, but a long time ago. Not a long. We would just say, oh, I don't know. Maybe 2 patches for the DLC. Yep, you're locked all. It's all caged round and whatnot before you have to get to right card and whatnot. Yeah. So the volcanologist, that's what I was thinking. Is this here? If you pick that playstyle, then this is where you'll mostly get one of your final things up here, because it's just like Sanctum of Eli, which is, you do know you got the Eli thing here. You know, even though it's all in here, right. So this is where the map that we haven't got, and the other map is to get the special, I don't know what it could be, armor set, it could be anything. So it could come from anyone. Right. It could be here, you know, Mesmer. It could be from Romina, and also, you know, here, this is where Radan is, here, Enerilim. It could be Consort. If we went this way, it's going to be a really, really long time. We most could end up finding the ball bearings to get to a plus 15, which I don't think, even like this weapon here is a 14. This is a 14. It's got 1 level to go up, because I got rid of the Shadow Tree fragment. 13, but 14. Not even really using this because of this is our frenzied armor. This is the late hand, obviously, from beating Midra. So yeah. So Hararalu, then Radabeast. So it goes then. I don't know if they've adjusted them. They've adjusted all the bosses. Health, mostly nerf some of the spells. That heartburn is, yeah, because I ain't got my epoxy Umbrazole. Everything I eat is gonna be heartburn. Yeah. Right there. A million. All my cables, like we've got the PS5 Pro controller. My cables for my headphone it's about 3 meters long. So yeah, as I'm standing on like cables, and we are yellowing on, but whatever it is, I can see the quality of it because it doesn't matter. Oh, we've gone into green now, so Hararalu. You should, well, Nefeli wouldn't be up here because she is Hararalu's dad. I wonder. Oh, wait there. Let me see. Oh. Why are you here then? I've never seen Yuri here as an NPC. Because you got to remember what they've done, and this includes the mod as well. All these NPCs have been buffed. That's why I say some of the people that play this game, some of the new players, you know, guys and all, I just say, don't summon, right? But use your spirit summons if you want to. You know, it's not like being a die-headed try-hard. And just remember, before the DLC, they buffed every single spirit in the game. Obviously, we can only use, because we're playing a mod. If we had mimics here, for example, it's going to nerf our health. If we had Tish, any of the ghost, that's why. This one here, this new to the mod, as of the root men, yep. That will just give us, and we can keep on resummoning them. But all these, like the natural summons, I don't know if Yuri's meant to be here or not, you know, because we're right at the end of the game. And then I'll close it all. I'll go into my YouTube and I would just do something with the other one, and then other one, and I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 2. This is what, number 13, I think. I'll lock them all together so they come up as a playlist. I might have to unprivatize some things as well. Then the next one will be, we'll have to stay in here, otherwise I'll go everything. I have to uninstall everything, and the Reforged mod is quite good, but I don't think it's not that. For me, it's Garden of Eyes is a lot harder with the bosses, and that is, yeah, it's an hour download to unpack. But with that is, I get to, the beauty about that is you can go off and not play the overhaul mod and just run through the game and play as bosses, everything. But I want to see what they've added, because we've been playing this, only since, let's wait, you're so, we beat this game 94 hours, so we've an hour and 37 minutes, because I thought, we're doing go and find the map, but I don't know, I don't want to go all the way to Redan just to find the map, where, you know, 94 hours I think is excessive on a play, when, you know, I've done 200 hours before, and just to look at all the changes for myself, didn't record it or nothing, and I thought, wow. And now it's more or less every single dungeon has been overhauled, right? So what are we going to do next? All of this. Because I will say one thing about the Garden of Eyes mod. What have they modded? I would tell you, it's right here. So where the centre point is, which I haven't got to yet. So it's a little tiny area. So it's, where's the centre point? It's right there. Suppressing pillar. Is it that one there? Because this is what the Garden of Eyes have actually modded, a tiny part of this, and I think it might be this, the suppressing pillar, because so if what they've done is they've done this just this area, and that's big, that's enough. That's in the Garden of Eyes mod. They've modded that area, and they've also done it where you can beat bosses and whatnot. You can play as bosses, but I fucked up a save, and on one of my Garden of Eyes save, I could play as Nameless King, Orphan of Cars, and whatnot. So I have to redo it all, but it's all done on not on here. It's all done on an auto account that I've got on thingy. So we could do pushing this guy. Do you know what? Let's see what Yuri's gonna do. Yeah, Shabiri. Oh, there you go. I know why. God. Oh, I know why. Yes. Perhaps this is something they've added. Yeah. Good, getting towards the end. I know why. Because he's Shabiri. We're frenzied. So this might be something that they've added. You know? because he's frenzied. We are pure frenzy. Okay, boy. Don't think about it. Beware of the lake. Beware of the lake. Don't go near it, right? I'm just gonna, yeah, because I didn't think about it, because he's a frenzied guy. That's why, because he's not normally there. You would have Nefeli, but Nefeli's dead.
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
So if I start, we're definitely starting a new run. It's going to be tonight, right? It's 10:30 my time, 20 to 11 UK time.
Fight.
But it's not worth
Tarnished warrior.
continuing from here, because it won't work out. I'd have to
Spurned by
stop the
grace
stream.
of gold.
Not necessarily put all these together, because all it is you add 13 of them and you make a playlist, and I'll just call it Convergence.
Resteth close at hand.
You know, frenzied playthrough, which it is, which it has been, but more than so, because we've done extra like normal. But this one spell, I mean, there's a higher spell,
I am
but I think
returned.
it's just you've got to play melee. Yeah.
To be granted audience once more.
Oh, we've got no head, because of that head is it's like it's what's his name? Head.
My name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
We've got no head in the cutscenes, yeah, because it's like that. Later. So this is where, I mean, he's going to be up close to you and he's going to grab you. All these bosses are Radahn. If you do Radahn, he's just gonna. If you do Radahn, he just comes up to you.
Thou didst me good service.
You're not having to run. You're right at the end, the start of the boss. This is what you get to play with that hand in a Garden of Eyes mod. You know, you get that hand and you play like him. The moveset, yeah, the grab attack and everything. Yep. Not as him, no, but you get that moveset.
Now I fight as Horalu. Warrior!
So what's going to happen? We're going to keep on fucking frenzying ourselves. Feel the power of the frenzied. With the Rootmen and Shabiri. I don't know why people keep on clicking off here and clicking on. Do you know what I mean? You know, because I can see people clicking on, clicking off. Considering I've only got my phone on, do you know what I mean? Which would add as a thing, you know. But because it ads are playing, then just go and watch someone else. You know what I mean? I really do not care, you know, because these streams cost me electricity like hell. You don't. People don't realise how expensive what's happening in the UK at the moment. How expensive it is with everything. Why? Because of fucking Trump. He's ruined everything in the whole world. Yeah. And loads of people are supporting him now. He's backfired on him. Yeah. With his fucking tariffs. Complete backfired on him. Fucking. I was all for Trump, but yeah. But no, it's supported. They'll backfire on him, you know. It's hit every single working class person in the whole UK. Doesn't matter if you're rich, whatever, businesses, you name it all. So when I'm doing this, oh yeah, and this weapon, oh, what do you think this is powerful in this game? This here, Axe Godfrey. This, absolutely, yeah. You could break the game with just that, but you have to go and get it. Yeah. Yeah, this is not ordinary Godfrey's axe. But I'm just saying, Trump, yeah, I was all for Trump and that, but his tariffs, I mean, I'm infected, but not just yet, but everything is. I was just watching a video earlier about them all. His supporters all, and this is in America, I'm not in America, they're all against him. You know? He won the people over. If they go against him, they're going to fuck him over because he's just tariffed the whole fucking world. You know? The UK 10%, the whole of Europe 20%. The other countries, well, the communist countries, you know? And why don't we take any of the American food? Do you know why? Because it's full of absolute shit. We take a lot their stuff, but why? Because it's full of stuff that's banned in our country, you know. We don't eat that stuff that's all that banned stuff. It's got nothing nutritional in it, you know. Oh yeah, and so what has the UK done? Yep, well, they don't get Range Rovers anymore. Yep, and that is from Jaguar. Yep, so they thought, right, we'll do that, you won't get our cars anymore. So he's always been that type of guy. No one's ever liked him, and I've always thought, well, I don't really give a fucking monkeys, you know what I mean? You know? Anyway, yeah, we got loads of those. But yeah. Oh, yeah, people change when they get into power, and you know that as fucking Trump, do you know what I mean? You know it's a power thing for him. Do you know what I mean? He's 78 years old, right? He's surrounded by billionaires. Musk has made a fortune out of him. And look what's happened to Musk, you know, because his whole thing's been, there's people bombarding all the Tesla thing because, look, Musk has made billions being with Trump. He's surrounded by all those sort of people, you know? That's why he don't take a paycheck because Trump's been into that business since, you know, whenever he's in his 20s, you know what I mean, you know. But it's going to backfire now with all these tariffs. The whole of Europe's got a 20% thingy, so living just got harder for everyone. And we're not, people who've got money, yeah, they're still going to fit it. We're talking about shops closing down, everything like that, everywhere that people rely on. Small shops, they can't do it no more. Yeah, the roll-on effect is right across the board. So yeah, but who would have been better? And apparently so, just because we're talking about the US elections, that Camilla, what's her name? She paid a fortune to people. We're talking millions to actually support her. Yeah, it's all come out. I'm not even a politician or anything, you know. I don't give a monkeys, but wait there. Colossal Somberstone. Let's see. Yeah, I do not really care about anything like that, you know. But as it affects the whole world, and it affects everyone I know, so. You either like it or you lump it. Yeah. Well, he shot himself in the foot, you know. I agreed with a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you know, the thing is, one thing that the UK got, the Americans got, we've got culture. They haven't. Yeah. Our country goes back thousands and thousands of years. The Americans? No, it's native Indians. And America is built on immigrants. And what was it? Was it 40% of the American population is from German heritage? I mean, I do find people don't even know their background a bit, you know, considering mine is, yeah, I'm the same. Mine is not from English. Nope. Large. I'm not going to use these weapons. We just felt get rid of these for a minute and do this. Because it's going to be an hour before I set up and do something else. Level 1 is quite appealing. I mean, that'd be a struggle, but I've got subscribers on here that got mental health conditions, which I highly support. Because if you ain't got mental health conditions, then you must have the perfect brain, because everyone's got it, you know? Every single person, even psychiatrists, yeah? If you watch a lot of podcasts that I do, you think, oh, I didn't know about that. I thought you was perfect. Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, no. Psychiatrists have to see psychiatrists and all that, yeah? You know why? It's called being human. So what was I going to do? Oh, just this weapon from Midra. Is it from, or no, but it's scales with. I just can get my, look, if I get, oh, look, yeah. This is not new, this is from a couple of patches ago, the bucket thing. These do loads of damage, these do, yeah. This and that, I was testing it on the dummy and I thought, oh my god. No, we don't need these seals, we don't need our seal. No. It's like, Alright, let's get this wrapped up, and I'll stop for well, it won't stop for an hour, but the stream will stop. Haralo, Elden Beast. Well, they've adjusted all the bosses. I don't know about this. Obviously, you can get on a horse here. We could get blasted in whatnot. Malekith was a bit tricky as well, because I don't know if they got frenzied resistance, because that's what we're only using a couple of spells. Holy, just thinking, maybe, because you didn't get the holy buff that you normally do. So this would be that. Yeah, because it didn't go into the inventory. No, I don't know, because it's a spell, and yeah, you normally get it. I always use it for this fight because it boosts, but this would be one where it's just, what's his name in it? It's not Radagon, it's Elden Beast. So we're just going to use this one spell and drink. I don't know what's changed here. No. I love watching this. I think it's the best. Yeah, I like the music. I like everything. We've got no head here because our heads are glowy. Away for a minute, yeah. I don't trust the horse, no, because we need to be on foot. And we've got, what's it, the seal I'd always work with fighting, thingy, for the holy damage, because you can't get the spell. You can't get this, there's no Lords of Fortification. It said it goes into the inventory. It boosts your holy negation, but it weren't in thingies. So they're frenzied. I mean, this is like, so frenzy's like fire, bleed, all that lot. A bit hard with the spells. Like I thought, yeah, I thought this might be because you have to stand there to melee, yeah, you can move, but you got to stand there and you're vulnerable. You got Pest Spear, but we have got, which was always like this. We're gonna try, but we've got Pest Threads, and this is one that does destroy him because you get Pest Spears in the DLC, and no way am I looking for that right now. And look. That should do it. No, that, and that. This would do that, but this part, but as seals go, you don't get the other seals. A pure faith seal would be that, which 52157 62, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, just try and use that, or then we've only got that. A little bit difficult to do that in this, I think, because we've been doing everything. I thought it might be a bit this Elden Beast. What have I forgot something. That. Pest threads, getting pest threads. Yeah, if we get up close, we might do it because we're not firing a laser beam because it comes out so quick, you know. Even pest spear. The pest threads, I would think this should do it. Otherwise, we just we've got some good weapons. Some fist weapons we could just whack on quickly. But yeah, just standing yourself, letting yourself be invulnerable to all that bullshit. Yeah. So you can get on the horse here, I do know that, but I mean it's yeah, it's difficult to stand in and just do. It will kill, of course it will. This spell, but we'll just try it with pest threads because it will melt him, but I don't know how much the health bar is inflated. Yeah, I just have to do the pest threads because they come out quick. Rather than a laser beam. That's what I mean. It's like, he popped our hair. He popped it twice. Even the sacred water, which we haven't got that much many of, which gives you a life pack. I can see the bubble. That's the sacred water to prevent you from death. But there's only so many in the game. This is what I thought. So if not, then you're just gonna have to do well, chuck on, just go to melee, but then you got to change your talismans in the fight as well. I don't know, we'll see. Do I have to... Just wondering if we'll soon find out if it's run out. This is ordinary, he should be dead. Oh, great. Look. Nearly. I mean, you can put these. Let me look. Because this is just all set up for spells. Yeah, it's definitely work with that, but I've got no ruins to level up because this is this would do more damage than that because it's pure faith, and just swapping out seals would do a lot more damage on the frenzied. As of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. If you're not using it, then what's high DPS here that I do know? S plus faith inflicts molation, which is fire, and this, which is frost. So if I need to get, should have leveled that other one up because I was thinking about that one because it's pure faith. This is faith and this is a frenzy, so it's faith and in. The other one's gonna be if I use this spell here, it's gonna do more with that one because there's no they've just made up their own ones, as you can see, but I have to go somewhere just to level that because this would have to, that's the first one, this is the second one, this is the one that you get, so yeah, it needs to just go to, it's only going to go to 12 when this one's 13, but I know it's pure faith and this is not, so nearly there, but I just I think you should get up on a horse, but considering we haven't used melee hardly throughout the holders, so we're quickly to get some ruins. Most of the quickest players would be down here, just so we can get that, because that's this spell. Obviously, we're so statured, right? We've only got that one bubbles here as well. That's and you got to watch as well because we put madness on ourselves. That pauses us. I was thinking about this. Oh. And you get to throw a ball with this as well. Our armor's got no poise, no, it's like cloth as well, this armor is. Yep. It's got high cast speed and whatnot. Is that 18? Maybe kill one of these guys here. We've only got a blade, but still, I was thinking about the seals when the first time we died. I thought, no, it's the pest threads because it's pure faith. Okay, so it's only not like we've got to buy any. So normally what you'd have Lord Fortification of the thing, whether it's locked in one of the spell trees, like, I don't know, but it's definitely not in the, it didn't go, new items, it said, into the thing, and I thought, well, because it's spells, and, yeah, normally, but I couldn't find it. Because Lord of Fortification, then it means I could get rid of that talisman now. Because it's just the holy damage from, what's his name? So it didn't go in there. So, oh, well, that is fast step. That is like bloodhound step. But mind you, you've got a horse, so it doesn't matter. So we put the other, because this is the faith. Yeah, but you won't be able to find that the tree thingy. This should come out higher than that in faith. But it might not, because this seal is a plus 14, that one's a plus 12, so right, 61207, 67272 in 18. I'm just trying to, a plus 14. Well, you would, it's your main seal, and this is just because it replenishes our FP a lot. But you can, what? How much poise we got? 14. But it's cast speed. That's why we can get that cast speed out. That because it's fire damage. That because it's spells and whatnot. That. Do you take more damage with this? I don't know, but. Melee, but then it means you've got to swap to mostly just as that, because you only get the small shard of Alexander, and this is the proper, this is the helmet, this is from beating Midra. You're not going to see it because it's a glowing thing. This is what I was thinking because of the pest thread. You got pest spear that works, but it's oh my god, I know where it is. You'd have to go. Yep. You'd have to go through here. Yep. Beat this guy, which would easily beat, and on the way through there you'll find pest spear. But if we do, I just can't bother to do. I mean, that's not even before you beat on the boss. That's before we get that spell, which is, I say, with pest threads, because it comes from Gowrie, and you got pest spear. It's just maybe a little bit better. But looking at the seals, 67 at 27. I can't. So this is fire. Yeah, this is lightning. Obviously, yeah, that's why. Fire. It doesn't show. I can't. This is better. 67 at 207. It's fire line. I wish you could show them next to next, but anyway, regardless, that's what we're gonna do. If it goes on, then I just the pest spear. I can't even do it. But immediately, I'd have to be quick-handed to do this. Which I don't know how much they've inflated these bosses' health. I mean, considering he goes down very, very quick, and we're using Sacred Tear, so let me look at how many of those I've got. 6. Yeah. Boost holy damage. Yeah, that is just from Elden Beast. That's all it is. Lightning. That because we haven't got. There's a million ways here. Increase all damage done by holy. No. Yeah, we could do a fat build. Oh, yeah, it's all there. Memory spec 1s, but just won't use chaos, like I said. If not, I'll go and get that other thing. It's on the way to the Persistent Night, which is this spell. So just go like, just to go like that. This would work because it's frost. Regardless of what talismans we've got, but that's just a light spell. We was right there at the end. But if it means I've got to get the Pest Spear, which is a little bit more powerful than that. So okay then. So we just fell. We could do a lot of damage if we went the other way and reset. We could made it into a melee build. We could do a lot of damage as well. But we are spells. We've hardly used the weapons. Who do I have trouble with? Oh, yeah. Millennial is a little bit, but I just didn't want to change, and she's optional. This is not. This is beating the game. Just wondered if that Lord of Fortification would you might fall upon it through one of the classes, but it didn't go into the inventory. Yeah. It doesn't work that way. Because Lord Fortification gives you a 40% holy resistant. Root men here, they're gonna stand it, but it's just as a get away from me type. That's all it is. These summons, and these last. Oh, and with Moog's Ruin, that heals us. mode. I need to put the frenzied on because we're just going to frenzy ourselves. Might have to do this quick. Swap talismans, pest threads. Yeah, otherwise we're gonna mind you though, we're not using that crazy spell that just melts them down. And Elden Beast you can't, 'cause he's just floating about like a just, you know. So I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna swap talismans and just get him with that. So we shouldn't proc frenzied on ourselves. But just taking a bolus, you know? This is gonna wear down anyway. Because that's frenzied beam, we're not using that now, we'll be using if I get, we'll see, we could get that chance. You can break his poise with these weapons easy, but I don't know how much their health's been inflated. It's the mod, you know? You got super duper ones of these in Garden of Eyes mod, yeah. There you go, that pops us. Got a route, man. Oh, look, he's right in the corner as well. Gotcha. Just changing the seal, because it's a faith seal and not our other one. So that'd be the Frenzy Zealot run. That's the first time. I mean, we've done horse before. I mean, we fought him on horse before. That's the second time because Garden of Eyes one is, you know, a lot difficult, but the field has a bot where you need to be max level. Everything's different, talismans, whatnot. Oh, because we are frenzied. Yeah, we only get one choice considering we've done them all because all our gear come from the frenzied Hayata. So we've never seen this properly because I've seen it a million times. So I've done quite a few platinums on this, guides, whatnot. Yeah, on console and no, it's all been on console. The platinum run guides. The only way you would reverse this, you have to beat Placiduce. It's a Millicent. We got her. She invaded us instead of being an ally. But the thing with this would be the Zealot run. So within an hour, because I'm going to be awake for a long time. So I've been asleep for like 12 hours. We woke up at 8 p.m. my time. So yeah. Because yesterday was 11.5-hour stream. So, we're starting a new one, a new playthrough of this, but, something different, might be melee, might be rune level 1, which, it might be bleed, something we haven't done before. I've done some of these and stopped them, so I thought, no, but this is new, and we'll go a different direction. So you get the proper frenzy here. Right. This is not normal, no, this is not. They said they didn't cut the cutscenes. Frenzy doesn't look like that. But the end game, I think they might change, yeah. Because they haven't, the vanilla cutscenes, because this shouldn't be, hold on. That's the gloom-eyed queen, isn't it? Right, I'm trying to think. Can't remember what's real, mod.
Lord of frenzied flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel.
It's the gloom-eyed queen. But like millennia.
What is yours? Destined death.
I don't know. I don't know. Wow. That's a new, that's Yeah, they made me a bit watery-eyed. Just because that's not in the game. No, it's cut content. That's Gloom-Eyed Queen. We played as the Frenzied. We got the Frenzied ending. That was totally different. I've done this a million times, you know? But in vanilla. So the stream will stop, yes. And this is 13 of up to 9 is quite bad recordings, but thankfully someone called me out and says, your streams are looking bad. I was like, what? And I was like, because I'm not worth looking back, because usually I record and save them. And I thought, okay, so we had to do some shuffling around, and yeah, from 10, 11, 12, and considering yesterday's was 12 hours long, and you'll see the frustration, because I had to get Cheat Engine out to get the graces, because I didn't know how to get through, because they've turned everything on its backs. But yeah, annoying was Grumbling Azula. You just, everything like upside down, you didn't know if it was left, right, forward, backwards, confusing as hell. That's why in the end I was going backwards and forwards for hours. So it's 4 hours longer than what it should have been, you know? So I beat Malakath, then, yeah. Wow. You don't normally get that, or if you do, I can't remember. Because I've done all the endings on PlayStation where you upload, download, so you can see them all 6 endings, and I can't remember that because you could see us, and we've got the helmet on that you do not get in the game, so it showed you that. So I think they might, with whatever class you've done, they might show you at the end a different ending to what you've done. And you just got to remember, like, I'm thinking about doing bleed, but bleed scales with arcane and something else. I was looking at it earlier because there's 27 classes here, more spells than the melee type, and I was thinking about Ruin Level 1, but you know, the Ruin Arc, Godfrey's Ruin Arc, you don't get 5 stats. Our stats are going to come from the All-Knowing's armor. But yeah, that's the Frenzied Flame. Very long streams on here, but we'll be up and going because we're nearly at midnight. But there's no way, you know, I've been awake for literally about 4 hours. So we nearly got a plus 14 we got, but this was burning me out. I couldn't do it. Yeah, we had to beat the game so we could start a new class. Maybe bleed, I don't know, 1, but we're gonna see. We'll be on a totally different path to this because I've never done this. That's the Gloom-Eyed Queen, yeah. There's a heavy lore thing in the Garden of Eyes mod about a Gloom-Eyed Queen, yeah. That's her there. Even though she's got Millennium's voice, but this, you can see the eyes are open. Even though she's got it's all dusked over, do you know what I mean? Because this game got its own lore. If you know, you're not going to see Vati Vidya doing a lore on this or anything, because it's not. They've got their own. Same with Garden of Eyes. They've written their whole lore, big pages of it. You know, so a lot of work goes into this, including this lore. So that's why we got five keys. You know, with the last key coming from Malakath. You know, because off the bat, we can go anywhere in the game, you know, anywhere. Apart from, you have to be obviously Radagon now. You can you can just beat a boss, you can warp to the DLC, but to get there properly, you have to beat Moog. So that's what they've changed in this update, which they did before, because I was running around in the DLC without the Great Ruin breaking, and then I had to read something else. It says, oh, this is the changes, this is the changes, this is the changes, and it was just like you got to beat Moog to break the Great Ruin, which you didn't have to before. Yeah, so we're gonna stop this. I'll go into my YouTube channel and I'll just from 1 to 13 put them all together as the Frenzied Flame playthrough, and then I'll be back on it within the hour because it doesn't take long. Create a new character, and yeah, I was looking at level 1, but I don't know. I mean, you can't level up, but it's not like we won't do damage. But we'll see. But we have done a lot. I know what I've done and what I haven't done. So there's 8 classes that are melee based that can be very, very strong, but you can't use anything to do with spells or anything like that. They're super powerful. There's loads of powerful with all these classes, and to me, I don't know what they've changed in all these spells. Considering we've mostly used Frenzied and that Frenzied Beam, but it wasn't working here, and I knew what would work with him would be just changing my thingy, which is a pure faith talisman, which you would get if you was a faith build, and just that spell. Or if it didn't work, I would have gone to the Fisher in the DLC where you fight the Patrician Knight, and I'd have gone, because you don't fight him on that way, you'd have got the Pest Thread Spear, which is a bit better than this, you know, because I knew, because a couple of times I knew Elden Beast would be a bit of a problem, but you have got the horse, so that's what we took off. That's why we took off Bloodhound Step, because Bloodhound Step this is like the original. You do get, well, it's like infinite iframes, but it depends on your FP. But I thought we'd take that off, and we had some very good ball weapons that are fist weapons that come from down in the deep root depths, and I thought, oh, we could have got him there, yeah, because he was staggered, and I decided just to continue with the Pest Threads. No. It's gonna shame, because all that work, this is nearly 100 hours, right? And it's just gonna be cancelled. Am I gonna play this again? New Game Plus 2? No. This is what the difference between, because I've played this from Dark Souls 3, the Convergence mod, and Cinders was a very big one in Dark Souls 3 as well. What I liked about Cinders, you used to start the game and you used to go, there used to be the New Game Plus tree, and a New Game Plus tree would put you into New Game Plus. Why was it so good? Because in New Game Plus, you could make your weapons in, like here, into plus 15. So bosses would be harder. You killed these enemies that were quite jellied looking, and they would drop the primordial stuff. Like, look, 12, 14. This is what they've done with, they got rid of all the Shadow Tree fragments and made it into that. So this is where I was thinking with this weapon, because this is pure frost, where with Elden Beast, if I got it, because this is a better seal for just that Pest Threads, because this is faith, this is frenzy, look, it's in and faith. This is just faith. I knew this was stronger than that in faith, because I could see the damage that was coming from Pest Threads, which is nothing. But we'll see what we get from okay. So it is still the Wave of Gold. And yep, you can with this Marika's Hammer. Let me see. Now these are all going to be more powerful. But do you know what you get to do in this game? You get all the weapons, both choices with everything you do. Then in your inventory, there you go. You can eat that. But this is very good, Godfrey. Anyway, we're going to finish it here, and I'm going to be back on with a new class within the hour. Wow, that left me quite emotional because I was in that cutscene before ever. Because it would have took out the frenzied head, which is Mitra's gaze. Because this is the last item from our boss. It's just the helmet. It's only the helmet you get from beating Mitra. Yeah. I mean, beat Mitra with that spell that I've been using most of the time. And then our flask has been just that. So, if you look at all our flasks, there's a billion, you know what I mean? So anyway, thanks for watching, but we'll be back within the hour. New class, new playthrough, and on my channel I'm just going to put like these from 1 to 13 and frenzied, and we'll start new with low level and whatnot. So Pest Red's done it, yeah, that wee little spell there. I know, because he's just weak to it as well. We had these fists ready and we could have got him, but I just thought no. And I knew it's like Millennia, like I could have been like Millennia is like optional. No, I've done it a couple of times, and she's gonna drop. I don't know what's been changing all the spells, because the rot, we played a couple of classes twice. Rot was very good. I played it again and I couldn't see nothing new. But the hardest boss for me in this game is this guy here. That's a rock guy, yeah. And this is 3-stage Millennia. It's got Millennia's music and everything, yeah. He's frantic as hell. But so is Consort as well, but and Consort, they wouldn't have nerfed him in here, no. It just goes too long, it depends, because like I had to, with this I had to rip, now I know what all this is about, now I know what all crumbling is about, because I had to use cheats. Well, no, it's not cheating. I use cheat engine so I get the fucking graces, so I was stuck here. Look. You don't normally start out here, or not too sure because this is all different, but yeah, we just needed this one to get on the bridge. That's it. So I could go and beat that. That's it. So yeah, they've made it. Yeah, I went and looked where I found it awkward. I went and looked where, because the door was completely shut. I'm like, well, you know, it's opened here. And I'm like, so I've been through it all. There's no grace there. I was watching the guy that says, oh, this is how you get to here. But the grace doesn't exist where he rested up. It's only 12 days ago, and I thought, what is the point? Anyway, that's it. We're done. So, within the hour, I'll decide. No, I haven't finished yet. Won't be finishing until about 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning. I need to get my sleep back to normal. But we'll be starting within the next hour. Yeah, we'll start in the next hour or so, or maybe sooner. The new class. When I do it, I'm not going to start a new class. I'd start the game and we'd start the character creation and choose the class like that. I'm not just going to pick a class and just start like that. So thanks for watching, and that's the frenzied playthrough. And alright, I'll show you something, alright? "95 hours. That's end game time. 95 hours. And I've done a 200-hour playthrough of this before. That was a year and a half ago, and I wanted to see. Now, I reckon if you wanted to go into all the dungeons and everything, it's going to be 350 hours, I bet you. Because all the dungeons have been modded, plus you've got the DLC on top of that. If you want to do it, you're talking a massive game and seeing more big changes than you've ever seen. You know, because I've gone into dungeon, I thought, where they've modded it, they've changed it again, even Deep Root Depths, they've redone it about 3 times, you know, so everywhere is like new again. But I mean, the next thing I do know, but it'd be for every 4 months they do a big update. So the next thing will be they're gonna redo all of this. So yeah, considering they can't do Night Rain could be in it, and Mizaki's next game is, well, they're not going to do that. It's console, and it's, you know, yeah, expect Night Rain gear in here. Anyway, that's it, and we'll be doing this in another hour. A new run, a new class, but to lock that, so I'll just stop the stream. So if you're here in an hour or so, you know, we start a new one we haven't done before, and I know what we've done. So yeah. Anyway, we'll be back in an hour, and if you're there, come and join. But if not, that's the frenzied playthrough. And I'll put them all together on my channel. So, see you in a bit.